Hello again, I'm Coyote Jack, and well, I'm just continuing seeing all the information that's coming out from USA. So, just like I ranted already, that this the whole reason why a lot of the fucking nonsense that was being committed all overseas of the US at the expense of the taxpayer money of their own citizens, that of course they never agreed to have their money wasted like this. Of course, they despise wokeness for the most part. The majority that are not insane, even if they are not like right wingers or they are just like your average whip that he just wants to enjoy his stuff alone without having those fucking ideologues trying to go after him or her. Because yeah, even when they push feminism, they don't like when women don't like when them. They try to eat her alive, if not literally, because if you when you're not watching, you don't know what other shit they have, what skeletons they have in their closets. But well, going back to this, seeing this fucker, oh man, George Soros received $260 million from USAID. He didn't spend his own money to destroy the American justice system. Not only that, this fucker was pushing for the same shit that started World War II in Germany. Transformer ideology and illegal immigration. And the third part, which not many people mention a lot, at least for the wording, we already expect that what it is, which is replacement of their natural born citizens. And in this case, well, I was expecting this fucker to go bankrupt, but that's not the case because all this time he made his wealth through the USAID. He, I don't know if they are going to find a way to arrest him, to sue him, to get all that money back because he's rightfully so. Find that fucker dead or alive, regardless if he's a fucking old piece of shit. He still needs to face consequences and be stripped of all the wealth he has because he didn't build his wealth around private businesses about their own effort or their own work. No, he used his grifting tactics to borrow money from the US taxpayer people to finance all the madness. Yeah, all he's one of those fucking elites that financed all this madness. But looks like the ones that financing it was the ones managing USAID, and he was like the one of the main proxies, the perfect proxy, if I not find a better wording for this guy, to use all of this for what I said before, the progressive far left ideology, which is wokeness. Just like we have seen with video games, where like Osborne and what many other projects like that they don't succeed in the actual free market. He he wasted a lot of money, and I am glad that Irishman is finally draining the swan as he promised. But let's not forget that despite what we are seeing here, all this information, and this is just the tip of the iceberg because who knows how much more we are going to find out because this shit has been running through decades. And since the whole woke ideology is being exposed, that doesn't mean that they are going to finally stop it. Even I know Orange Man, Donald Trump, banned that, and they're putting efforts into through going after every single one of these Democrats, every single one of those companies that lied to investors, just like Target. Target lied to investors because, well, I don't have sympathy for those investors. I'm not having sympathy for them. They decided to believe the lie and lost all that money, but still, since it was something that was promptly pushed by artificially by the government, by the fucking Democrats, the far left, of course, is eligible to, or should I say, liable for a lawsuit because, well, wokeness was not the actual way of making money, and since now how they calling, they were okay, we were calling them out, but yeah, it's woke because you say that's how you call it yourselves, woke. You call it now DEI, being exclusive, ESG. Now we have Bridge, and Kirche posted this for us. So interesting that Reuters received over 1 million in funding for social engineering or large-scale social deception. That's where it gets serious because, yeah, all of this shit was social engineering. I said it already, it's artificial. They wanted to brainwash everyone around the world with this to make them useful idiots. So they learned from the Soviet Union, they learned from the CCP, and the CCP is the most common example of being the guinea pig for all what was they're trying to push in the West, like the social credit score. We were witnessing that. No, they literally have a social credit score in China through the umbrella of the Chinese Communist Party, and they try to push that with social media. Just like I said with one of my English teacher, I'll talk to him to this. Yeah, all of social media can be used as a weapon because every single one that have an opinion, and they just see these fucking idiots calling you for just that, and then all these fucking companies being directed by the USAID, they were going to fucking shit you. They were going to actually ruin your life. If not, they already ruined many, many lives because someone that was falsely accused on social media, those fuckers instantly did listen and believe, not making a proper investigation because that was not the original intent of all of this. It was about power and control, social engineering. And just like Kirche posted here, and look, back in September, I released info about how Reuters was parodying Bridge initiative language and was even featured in a Bridge smart brief. Because, well, Bill Holloway was this active social engineering defense and large scale social deception. With those words, it's just fucking progressively dangerous, and you don't know what I mean. And going back to Bridge, new for an inclusive workplace, workforce, and marketplace. Cultural competence and DEI initiatives. That's how they go. DEI is not going to go away easily, or if in fact it's never going to be away. It's going to be something that is going to be teach how to fight back. Because it's easy way to fight back this by telling those fucking drooling morons that tell you that this is the future to go fuck themselves. It's easy to tell them that. And it's now more easier. Or well, it's easier. Excuse me there. Since people now have the mindset that the ones that we've already pointed this out and we were informed too well over more than 7 years at this point. Well, I know people were well informed even over decades, just like Raging Golden Eagle said, that this shit started in the 90s. So here we are. Here we are. I'm not going to stop it here. Reading through this, I just going to read you quickly this piece of cringe. How to you sharing transformational change for ESG DEI amid backlash against ESG and DEI efforts. Companies need to adopt a transformational approach to these initiatives, integrating into their core strategies. Writes Nicky Gilmour, and of all people. Transformational change in many cases involves cultural and evolutional, and learning and excellent managers are needed now more than ever to ensure that the cultural shift sticks and organizational resiliency is achieved for long-term success. So at this point, it's just like we used the term brainwashing, but in Spanish, like coco wash, because they they twist and melt and blend your mind, your brain, with all of these buzzwords, just so they can convert you. Yeah, and even if I sound like a fucking tinfoil hat, I don't care anymore because having the tinfoil hat is just a sign to be proud of because it means I have at least an awareness to a certain degree that something is fishy is going on, something strange is happening. Why they are allowing this? And just like when they killed the franchise of Terminator, just like many others, for the sake of sending the message and to continue on. Cotton may belong in an integral part of workplace DEI. Workplace diversity, equity, and inclusion have a better chance of succeeding when they focus on belonging, which is separate from inclusion and involves a genuine connection to the organization. Right, Andrea Carter and James Halber from other university employers. College is just a lost cause already. Even with in my country, they are teaching the same fucking woke ideology. I was talking that with one of my friends that well, actually, we are aware of all of this. That we we are probably even we are aware that not if we are honest among ourselves, we are not like we are not that competent, but of course we are not that bad and doing our jobs. At least we are competent enough to be still be horrible, and to a certain degree, that's what matters. Not being like a fucking parasite, depending on your parents all day. Well, of course, just spending money in shit instead of something useful. Or well, if I'm going to spend money in the shit I like and enjoy, at least well, I'm going to work for it. I'm not going to depend from my family. Of course, not. That will make me a parasite. I work for it. I also help to pay the bills. The services are not cheap, and of course, inflation is skyrocketing. But at least in college, they used to teach you that yeah, don't fuck it up because you are going to drag the college name into the mud. You're going to ruin it for yourself and everyone else. That, of course, they still deserve a chance. But at that point, I have to say, probably we are the only ones that still have a chance, even if we are getting older, because those generations they are going to be fucking destroyed. Or if not, they are already destroyed. Just like what happened in the US or in Europe, Spain, Argentina, of course, also. Because even when with Javier Milei and they have their own people finally draining the swamp, some college graduates they are just far too lost and gone with the woke ideology. That's something that makes you think. If you want to go to college, at least make sure it is medicine or something that actually pays off, but also there is demand. Because if you go like TI, maybe yeah, if you study at least TI degree, you're still making yourself horrible. Regardless of if you don't have like a full bachelor's degree, nah, it's not. No, that's not important. You can still learn by your own desire to expand yourself and make yourself worthy of having a job. Because I know even companies they are ghoulish, but that's the end goal of all of this is you deal with it, you make your money, and try not to be so oversaturated with this shit. But compare with these ideologues, with those colleges that they are so infested with the parasites. The only thing in mind they have is spreading their ideology. They don't care about delivering the job. They don't care about learning something useful, which is now they are going to regret because they made themselves useless for society and big war of keeping themselves alive. They're going to find out real fucking quick how much of a regret they are going to encounter with their own stupid decisions. They are going to regret chasing a lot of people away. They are going to regret how much they are going to wish that all the receiving end that they put everyone through hell that disagree with them, they are not going to receive. And of course, we are not going to stop there. They should be facing this for the ends of time. They deserve this. So that and helping them feel psychologically safe and caring for their well-being. So reading this piece of cringe, adult man babies, adult babies. Oh man, yeah, this is important. Do not let your guard down. You don't do that. You continue on and of course staying vigilant and when they call out all of this of the having the moral high ground. I don't perceive myself as having like a moral high ground, but sure I'm better than those guys because I didn't call everyone racist because they were doing this Afrocentrism. They calling me misogynist only because women like a boss bitch. I don't like them. Or call me homophobic because the homosexuals through these fucking ideologues. Well, the ideology and this fucking cult is the LDHDTB AIDS pedophile cult. They they make sure to push every single stream. Now, and that's the most ironic part of what I'm saying. They call it also everyone extremists, just a little glimpse of disagreement. They are the extremists. And you say, hey, if we radicalize them, they're going to go even over the edge. But the reality is they already are. They are already over the edge. They are already radicalized. They are not worth keeping them in society. And the best way to filter those fucking parasites out of society is by telling them to go fuck themselves and don't want to deal with you. And if you try once again to push this over and over and over again, yeah, you're going to find out real fucking quick. So, again, don't believe these fucking idiots that they are repenting. Don't believe that, yeah, I am repairing for all of my sins. Nah, you have to prove it for decades, or if not for the end of your fucking life. Otherwise, nah, I'm not going to be associated with you because you tell that to me that you didn't want to be associated with a bigot, with a homophobic straight man, or excuse me, they call it straight white man. To the point that those fuckers even told blacks that the blacks that actually had at least some common sense that hey, what you're pushing is wrong, and they were telling them you have a white privilege. I'm just like what? Are you nuts? Yeah, you're nuts. But come on. They also told that to Asians. They also told that to Mexican Americans, or at least Mexicans. They have full citizenship in the U.S. That hey, I don't want this. I don't want to be called Latinx. I don't know what you're telling about white privilege. I don't need you to tell me that I need to be safe about something that doesn't make any sense. Oh man, I'm someone that, like many people, that really wants this madness to end, and it really needs to end now. But again, it's not going to stop. But sure, we can actually fight back that cancer and make sure that keep this lesson for generation at least that we witnessed with the retarded era of the far left ideology called woke ideology, wokeness. That this shit should never be repeated again. And if they are fucking morons trying to push them again, there are ways to counter that. Even we don't, when they are weakened and we don't need the government to step in, we can actually fight back. We can actually commit ourselves to spread the good word. Or look how let the Christians or Catholics say, spreading the word of the Lord. Good values. It's important. Values is what keep a society actually afloat. Because when there are no actual values worth, even if you are religious or not, when a society lost all of that, it goes down to hell. And we have seen that piece of hell with the LA fires. Oh man, I just have at least people pay attention and never forget and never forget this. Never forgive. That this ideology doesn't deserve forgiveness. So anyway, thanks for watching and I hope you have a pretty good day. Please take care.